Jeffrey Earnhardt. We come back from break talking about Jeffrey Earnhardt.
Well, he posted the 10th fastest speed, which is really good for that team. But from sliding into that outside wall, you can see he's still steering, working the brakes. Just missed contact.
Rate to save.
A 10. I mean, a 9.5 again, because he cost himself a set of.
If we can see it off in the distance.
Just squeezed him into the wall there, it looked like.
But it was the white truck. Is that Ross Chastain?
It is Chastain in the 45. And fortunate for Gilliland, there wasn't more damage than was actually done there. Yeah, I'm not sure that Friesen had to start at the tail. He's up to 15th.
What a great.
Oh, we got a front hitter.
It's Harrison Burton. Trouble for both the young KBM drivers. First Gilliland and now Burton, and that is heavy damage. Look, there's the 45 of Chastain right behind Burton, but no contact.
No, that's just racing, and like we talked about in the opening of this show tonight, how difficult turns 1 and 2 made him looser, and it probably was just enough to put that truck out of control.
Yeah, Ross had been working the outside of the race truck. I saw him get by the 88 of Matt Crafton on the outside, right behind him in third.
Moffitt gets it. Kyle through the crossover, and we've got more trouble, and that's Angela Ruck that's into the wall.
Gus Dean as well hits that inside wall. Tyler Young's truck. Too much speed for conditions down in turns 1 and 2.
Gus tried valiantly to save that truck. Looked like he had it saved a couple times and just got up behind in the steering a little bit.
Yeah, that was Dean, the one in front there, and Angela Ruck further back. But heavy contact for both. Yeah, let's.
It also shows you how tough this is. Dean, I think, just had that right rear tire rubbing, Phil.
Yeah.
When it looked like Timmy Hill was not part of that. Indeed, Hill was coming to pit road already earlier. Looked up and just saw him on pit road at the same time that Dean was going through the grass.
You can see that.
Just gets sucked around, but I think Alfredo was loose on the way in maybe, and it gave Friesen a run around the outside, and when Friesen made the move to the high side, it just pulled the 54 on around.
Fire. What causes the fire that we see there?
We saw a fire during practice yesterday, and it was because of oil, a broken oil line that the headers ignited or something like that. Could be broken oil line or a broken fuel stop.
Saw the call there for 4 tires. That's kind of weird looking.
Yeah.
Maybe racing with the 42 of Garrett Smithley.
Maybe trying to avoid something.
In this green and black truck come right out of that circle that Phil so artistically put on the screen.
He was pointed right at us, was the 9.
Man, you see a whole bunch of cars sideways on the top up there, and he was on the bottom, but looked like there was a whole bunch of sideways right there, and sometimes that is the case when you start these Xfinity races. The cars have been driving one way, and we practiced last night with the Xfinity cars later, and you'll drop the green flag, and they'll put all the cars in a group, and you're like, oh my gosh, what happened to my car? Yep. It's sideways, and
you're exactly right. Guy got loose underneath 52. That's where that donut came from.
Yeah, and it's like we talk, you know, on new tires and underneath a car, and the guys on the outside are realizing that there's more grip up there, and they start to hold the throttle down, and a guy on the inside, he has to make a choice like you were talking earlier, and you find out by being a little more aggressive every time, the next thing you know, it steps out on you, and you wind up in that guy.
That I think final stage long run could be a real factor.
Wow.
And Keselowski goes around and into the wall.
Back damage, guys.
Hendrick, Casgrala in that mix. So is the 11 of Justin Haley.
Yeah, and it looks like the 11 kind of got there too soon and may have just touched the line, and you see that as he tries to come back up and unload the wheel, it unloads the car, and he just got loose.
And at 20 of Christopher Bell, back there because of the 1-2.
Yeah, this impact is pretty impressive, but you can really thank NASCAR for all the safety equipment that they've used for Ray just to pop out of there. That one got shortened up quick.
Yeah, it's such a long ways to the wall.
Outside of him, green car 08. That's Greg Alding. Could that be wind related at all, coming off of turn 4 where you pick up that tailwind? I think finally cleared him, and now Kyle Busch going after Christopher Bell for second. Trouble. It's the 19 of Brandon Jones and the 00 of Cole Custer. Eighth caution of the day.
Hold up there, coming under you. Coming under you. You okay? I'm all good. You okay, bud?
Because the air comes off the car. Oh, he's sideways already. That happened way earlier in the corner. Yeah, and this is, like Austin talked earlier, this is a very interesting entrance into the corner. And sometimes when you turn the car off in there, the entry's so flat that you lose the back almost off as you turn off the wall, all the way down to the center of the corner. And when there's a car out there, you just wind up being in the wrong place at the wrong.
And Reddick moving up, trying to find that speed and grip.
Mike's took
Contact.
another shot at this.
Kaz Gralla in the wall. No caution yet. Before remaining this time around.
Ooh.
Texas fire pit.
Well, this is kind of odd. I mean, it just looked like the car wouldn't turn. That's different than just having a tight condition. And maybe, I don't know, maybe it's a gust of wind or something that sent that car wide, but that almost looked like the right front was just not underneath him or was losing a little bit of air, and he went right in the...
We'll wait and double check this with scoring. And there is the spin from the right rear.
Yeah, if I had to guess, that thing probably came apart on the front straightaway. That's what allowed Daniel Hemrick to do a pretty masterful job of keeping it out of the wall and stay in this thing.